Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Siobhan and today we're going to be doing Yelena Belova hair and makeup. So right now I currently have in her kind of little pony, her little ponytail. This hairstyle is pretty standard. There's not really a lot you can fuss about with that. I've made it a bit messy at the top because obviously battle wound, battle scars. Will get your hair looking a bit frizzy, a bit fragile. But I am going to do the braids at the end. So after we're done the makeup, we'll take this ponytail out and we'll do the braids. I obviously don't have Yelena's lovely blonde locks, so you're just gonna have to use your imagination. But for the most part, we're gonna try and recreate her look, bearing in mind I don't look like her, so it's more of a inspiration than a replica, but here we go. So for the one I've got on just now, I noticed like when she fell, her ponytail in some of the scenes was like two ponytails, so it was a ponytail at the bottom and a ponytail at the top, kind of covering that. Which allows the ponytail to look a bit longer than it naturally would sitting up that high. So that's always a bonus. So like here, got it on my laptop so I can see. So you can just see her little ponytail. That's her bottom ponytail, and then she's got one up here. So I'm using my laptop. I have a few pictures on it for reference. This is the one we're kind of going to try and recreate the makeup from. I've sent myself a bunch of pictures so that we can try and get it right, but obviously a bunch of pictures taken from different scenes. Her makeup may be slightly different, so we're just going for more of a general look, but this is the main picture I'll be recreating, and then the braids as well. This had to be done. This had to be done because she's an absolute icon. So we're just going to start and get right into the video. I've already moisturised and prepped my skin, so we're just going straight in with the makeup, and I will be looking back and forth at the pictures just so that I have a good idea of what I'm doing and what you guys are seeing. For foundation, I'm actually going to mix two. So I'm going to mix the MAC Studio Fix Fluid and the Primark Matte Foundation. It's just this one's slightly lighter, this one's slightly darker. Mix them together and it'll be like a good shade. Oh, okay, stayed still. I stayed filming there. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to use a little Book of Magic as my mirror. Try not cover myself. I've moved stations. Oh, that's really it'll blend in. But I've moved stations so it matches my neck actually. Just my face a little bit red. So I've moved stations. I was filming at my desk, but I've been doing my room up, so I've been doing my whole house up, so I've not really been able to film as much as I would like to, but I've put a curtain up at my bed so I can just film from my bed, and then I have a light in the corner and a little ring light in front of me. It's like a little small ring light that your phone goes on, but it's great. It's a great little gift. I've not actually been to see Black Widow yet. It's terrible. I am going to though. Do not come for me. I am going to see it. I've been spoiling it a bit for myself. I've been spoiling it a bit for myself. Been watching lots of clips online, and even was looking into like the comics and stuff, just because it's the type of person I am. Just like to know the full story. But yeah, I think Yelena is like a character in herself. Like, I think given the right like direction, we could see like a movie where she is like the main character, and that'd be good. Like, I think that might happen, but you never know. Just blending all that in so that we can match. I'm just going to put a little bit of concealer on. I don't think, again, when I done that, when I done Natasha, again, it was like, it's movie makeup, so it's not supposed to look overly done. I'm just going to put on a little bit of powder because this is going to be a pre-battle Yelena Belova. And pre-battle Yelena does not have the dewy skin that I naturally have. So we're just going to get that a little bit more matte. I'm not a big fan of powder personally, but the character I think requires it. I'm going to do, and I mean like the tiniest bit of bronzer. She's not very bronzed at all. I'm just going to look through the pictures just to double check, but she's not very bronzed at all. She just has a natural, like that natural face. So going to put a little bit on. Obviously try and match her. I feel like when it gets to the eyebrows and the eyes is where like Florence kind of, her own traits are kind of coming forward, so that'll obviously be into Yelena's character as well. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the nose. I like to, so we have very different face shapes as well, so this is not a transformation in to Yelena. This is just a little bit of makeup. She's not very rosy at all. Her cheeks aren't very rosy. She's kind of, so we're just going to move on to the eyebrows is what we're going to do. I'm just going in with a little bit of the Bourjois Paris brow pomade, but it's a stick because I'm going to go over the brow, try and bring my brow a little bit thicker because I don't have that. And then we're just going to brush the pomade up through the brows. Her brows are a bit shorter than mine as well, and I don't really want to put, like, hers are a little bit more like that. I don't really want to put glue in the eyebrows. I want this to be wearable outside. You can still glue your brows. You could definitely move your features with wax and stuff to try and create this, but I'm not about that right now. We're going for a wearable look, and I'm just going to go over that with, what's this? The Collection Incredibrow. Going over my eyebrows with that, and try and define the hairs. If you don't have hairs, you can either make your brows a bit thicker with pomade. You can draw in the brows individually, or you can get brow wigs from Amazon. You can get brow wigs. But for me, I actually have the hair, so we're going to use it. Now it's not like mine's aren't bushy either. I don't have like thick hair, but there's definitely hair there to be used, so if you have hair, don't be afraid to use it. Now those look a bit crazy from far away, but they look a lot more natural closer. And as I said, like, Yelena's brows are like shorter than mine. They maybe like stop there. She definitely has like a little light cast over her eyelids. I'm just going to go in with this little Book of Magic palette from Beauty Bay, and I'm just going to go in with this shade here, and I'm going to take that over the top of the lid very lightly. I don't want this to be too pigmented. We just want like a kind of wash of colour, so there's something there. When I done Natasha, like when I first saw the first trailers, I had to do that. I had to, and I done the ones where she had like the little ponytails, the little plaits on like both sides, and she, yeah, and I've noticed that Yelena and Melina both have little ponytail little plait moments as well, so that's quite interesting. Don't know what time they're finding to do all this plaiting, because they seem to be up to it a lot. There is a light wash of colour under her eye as well that's slightly darker than the lid. So again, I'm going in with that palette, and I'm just going to go in with this brown shade called Manifest. Sorry. I'm just bringing that up like it's a wing. There we go. And I'll do the same as the other eye. So hot in here. Again, bringing that up like a wing to shape the eyes. Just going to go back in with that shade called Amulet. Just go over that bottom lid so that it's not so dark, and kind of blends into the natural shade on the eyelid. Like, it looks darker from further away, that's what I'm trying to say to you. So that would look a bit more natural. It just looks a bit darker from further away. So maybe we'll just stay up close and personal so you can see. Just try and blend that in. I'm just going to pop a little bit of mascara on the top lashes and that's it. I think the bottom lashes speak for themselves at this point. I can feel the sweat dripping down my armpit. I'm just going to put on a little bit of a nude lipstick. A little bit of a pink lip gloss, as I don't really have a more pinky toned lipstick. And then you have, I'll just try and go for this little bit of Rimmel London Asia lipstick. I'm going to get powder because her lips are glossy but not that glossy. Just go over it. Okay, so for the hair, it's going to help a lot if you know how to braid. If you know how to French braid, even better. I will try my best to talk you through it, but I had to teach myself how to do it years ago. So it's something you just have to kind of spend the time to learn if you don't. But I'll try and talk you through it as best as I know how, given that I'm not a professional hairstylist, not a professional makeup artist with makeup either. This is just my interpretation of it. So what I'm going off is these photos. And I'm going to try and replicate, obviously from what I've seen in clips and photos and stuff, it kind of looks as if she has her hair kind of melts into one, but then here is like French braids or Dutch braids, French braids all the way down, and then at the bottom it kind of looks as if they wrap like around each other into like a little U shape. And sometimes she has like the little ends of one kind of sticking out. So all I'm going to use is a brush, 2 hair ties or bobbles depending on where you're from, what you call them, and possibly 2 bobby pins or Kirby's, again depending on where you're from. I don't really tend to wear a lot of Kirby's, so I only have bedazzled ones. So yeah, it's really hot today. It's really nice, it's night time now, but it's been really hot today and I look crazy that I'm wearing a big jumper. I'm not. It's a dress. Okay guys, that's a dress. Okay, and I'm just going to split that down the middle as best as I can and then brush it back. So if I take a chunk from the top, now normally I wouldn't sit and brush this and separate it like that, but it's just to show you, so I'm just taking a chunk from the top. And if you know how to braid, you're splitting the hair into 3 like that, 3 bits. Then let me think how to do this. So take the middle bit over the front bit, then take the front bit over the back bit, then take the middle bit over the front bit, middle bit over the back bit, and just keep doing that. yeah. So that's basically, if you didn't know how to braid, sorry, if you didn't know how to braid, that's how. Now you're not going to want to do that all the way down, because once you've done a little bit, so say that much, what I do, now I don't know if this is the technical way you're supposed to do it, but this is the way I do, and my braids always turn out really nice, so it does work. It does work, okay? So we still have the 3 bits, but we still have all this hair to take up. So what I do is I'll take one bit from this side into the end braid so that that's picked up, and then I'll hoop that bit in, and then from the back I'll take another bit and add that in to a strand, and I just keep doing that. I just keep adding bits in to the strands that already exist, and they don't need to be perfect, they don't need to be neat, because it all works out, because it's all just basically falling in to your braid, so it's alright. And then just adding more bits in, obviously trying to keep your strands as kind of even as possible. Like right now I can definitely feel one slightly bigger than the other, so I'm just going to steal a bit from it and give it to another one, and it literally hasn't changed anything, hasn't made a difference in it, hasn't made it look worse, it's just evened it out, so it's fine. And there we go, that's that braid done. Now obviously there's a little bit messy because I wasn't really focusing as much as I could have been, but honestly, holiday braids done and dusted. Just kind of loosen these a little bit, hers aren't quite as oh, it's minor, so there we go. That is that side, that is that side, and that's that. Now for the back bit, how am I going to show you this? Her hair braids kind of come down like that. Just that one, and then I want to see it kind of flips through the other one, or like under. No, it's got to be through. I'm going to do another. Can you see? Through this ponytail. I'm just going to take a little hole. And then I'm just going to tuck that under. There. I'll tuck that under there. Now hers are a bit closer to the head, so we'll just pin that up at that side, and try and pin that side. It didn't even work, did it? And pin that up at that side. We tuck them bits in. Hers looks slightly more messy messy than mine, I think. Hers is like slightly more zhuzhed. But yeah. I mean, I don't think it's too different. This angle. And then that matches the bag, I think. It's not too drastically different. Do you really think? She's very stern-faced. Head up. It's alright. It's alright. Yeah. It was a nice effort, nice attempt, I think, anyway. Obviously if I had her little outfit and her blonde hair, maybe a bit more believable. But I'm wearing a boohoo dress and I have brown hair, so worlds apart. Is the finished Yelena Belova makeup and hair. I think the two ponytails definitely a lot easier to do. Just add a little bit of wave to them, maybe get some sea salt spray, give them a little bit of wave, a little bit of a zhuzh up. It's also a nice way to make your hair look longer than it is, even if you just want to take it for photos. Put the two ponytails in and your ponytail looks longer, so that's good. But no, this was fun. This was fun. I also have a Melina video coming, so keep an eye out for that. And I have a few other videos that I'm ready to film as well, now that I can again, so that'll be a bit more exciting. Yeah, I can't wait to get back to it. So I hope you enjoyed this anyway. I hope I'm just rambling on now. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat helpful, even if you don't follow it. I hope you enjoyed it, maybe gave you some inspiration, maybe gave you just a little bit of entertainment, I guess. But thank you so much if you've got to this part, and thank you for so much. Thank you for all the love on my Natasha video. That was insane. I was like, I hadn't been on YouTube in a while. I was always dealing with like all my moving stuff, and my YouTube is kind of more for me than anybody. Like, I didn't really think anybody would watch any of my videos. Like, I was expecting just to get like 10 views in all my videos, and that one's up to 2,800 views now. It's got 100 likes and there's comments on it, such lovely comments on it. Like, that blew my mind. Honestly, I messaged my friends like, oh my god, what's going on, look at this. Like, I was just so like in shock but so happy. Like, I'm glad you liked it, and I hope you like this one as well. Yeah. Thank you so much guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.